Girls and Panzer is a 2012 Japanese anime television series created by Actas. It depicts a competition between girls' high schools practicing tank warfare as a sport. The series was directed by Tsutomu Mizushima and produced by Kiyoshi Sugiyama. Takaaki Suzuki, who has earlier acted as a military history advisor for Strike Witches and Upotte, was involved in the production of the anime. The series initially aired in Japan between October and December 2012, with 2 additional episodes airing in March 2013 and an original video animation released in July 2014. 3 manga series and a novel adaptation have been published by Media Factory. An animated film has been announced for release in 2014. Plot: the story takes place in a universe where historical WWII-era tanks are maintained for sports warfare competitions and large carrier ships known as academy ships support mobile sea communities. Of the many activities high school girls can participate in, one of the most popular is Sensha-da, the art of operating tanks, which is considered a traditional martial art. Mio Nishizumi, a girl from a prestigious family of Sensha-da practitioners who became traumatized by a past event, transfers to Oearai Girls High School to get away from Sensha-da, as she presumed the school was no longer practicing the sport. However, shortly after Mio begins her new school life and makes some new friends, the student council announces the revival of Sensha-da at Oearai and coerces Mio, the only student with prior experience, to join. While reluctant to join at first, having practically been forced, Mio soon warms up to Sensha-da again and comes to enjoy it, after which the school prepares to enter a national Sensha-da championship, facing off against various other schools. The spin-off manga, Girls and Panzer, Little Army, follows Mio in her elementary school days as she participates in Sensha-da alongside her friends Emi, Hitomi, and Chihiro. Media, manga. A manga adaptation by Ryuki Satano began serialization in Media Factory's Comic Flapper magazine from June 5, 2012 and ended on February 2014. 4 tankobon volumes have been released. A prequel story illustrated by Tsutomu, Girls and Panzer, Little Army, was serialized in Monthly Comic Alive between August 2012 and March 2013 and was compiled into 2 tankobon volumes. Both Girls and Panzer and Little Army have been licensed in North America by 7 Seas Entertainment to be released in 2014. A second spin-off manga by artist Nii Mako, titled Girls and Panzer, Motto Love Love Saku Sendesu, began serialization in Media Factory's Monthly Comic Alive magazine from May 27, 2013. A tutorial manga illustrated Midori Hegai, titled Hawaiiamit no Senshado, What for Beginners, has also been produced in collaboration with the online video game, World of Tanks. Another spin-off manga titled Girls and Panzer, Ribbon no Musha, written by Takeshi Nogami, will begin serialization in Comic Flapper from September 5, 2014. Anime. The anime series produced by Actors began airing in Japan on October 9, 2012 and was simulcast by Crunchyroll. It is being directed by Tsutomu Mizushima and written by Reiko Yoshida, with original character designs by Fumika Shimada. Due to production delays, the final 2 episodes were postponed to a March 2013 airing, with recap episodes taking their place. Original video animation episodes are included with the Blu-ray disc DVD releases, which were released between December 21, 2012 and June 21, 2013. The opening theme is Dream Riser by Chucho whilst the ending theme is Enter Enter Mission. Performed by Mai Fushigami, Ika Eno, Mami Ozaki, Ikumi Nakagami and Yuka Iguchi. The series has been licensed in North America by Sentai Filmworks who released the series on December 3, 2013, and the OVAs on February 25, 2014. A scene in Episode 8, which featured the song Katyusha, was absent in the Crunchyroll simulcast and was replaced with an instrumental version of Kurobiniki in the Sentai Filmworks release due to licensing issues. 5 character song single CDs have also been released, along with the original soundtrack of the anime. 2 more CDs, particularly a drama CD and fan disc, were also released after the anime aired. An OVA episode featuring the battle against Ezio was released on July 5, 2014, in 12 theaters across Japan and was released in Blu-ray disc DVD on July 25, 2014. In addition, an animated theatrical film is due for a 2014 premiere. According to producer Kiyoshi Sugiyama, the film will be a sequel to the TV series. Novel, a novelization of the series, written by Yu Hibiki and illustrated by Fumikage Shimada and Shinkai Ugoku, was released by Media Factory on November 22, 2012. It ran for 3 volumes that ended on June 25, 2013. Video game, a video game based on the series, titled Girls und Panzer, Senshada, Kiwamamesu, was developed by Namco Bandai Games and released for the PlayStation Vita in Japan on June 26, 2014. The game is a third-person tank shooter, which features a game mechanic where the player is able to switch between different tanks on the battlefield in real time, in order to control multiple tanks on the same team. The player is able to control the tank via both third-person and scoped views during combat. The game will feature a story mode, in addition to a battle royale mode where the player can form teams as they desire. Collaboration projects, a collaborative project between the Girls und Panzer animation team and Belarusian computer game developer Wargaming.net to promote the online multiplayer PC game World of Tanks in Japan has been unveiled. Part of the collaboration involves the promotion of the game in Japan in the form of advertising and local events, as Wargaming.net focuses to penetrate the Japanese market. The Japanese portal of the Asian game server features tutorial documentation in the form of manga featuring Girls und Panzer characters. Girls und Panzer themed character voice mods for the game have also been announced at Tokyo Game Show 2013. These voice packs will be distributed as free downloads for the Japanese-speaking community. Reception: the initial television airing of the first 10 episodes within 2012 received favorable television ratings and strong viewership. The relatively earlier airing time slot of the show allowed the series to gain better exposure to more viewers. Blu-ray sales of the first anime volume in Japan reached 3rd place on the Oricon charts in mid-February 2013, whilst sales of the second anime volume Blu-ray reached 2nd place in late February with 24,733 copies sold within the first week of release. The third Blu-ray volume met with similar success during March, with 23,528 copies sold within the first week, peaking at 3rd place behind Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn and Magical Girl Lyrical no Noha the movie Second Days. The first week sales of the 4th Blu-ray volume reached 2nd place at 28,410 units, behind Evangelion, 3.33 You Can Redo, which had its debut Blu-ray released the same week. The first week sales of both the 5th and 6th Blu-ray volumes placed first in the weekly Oricon chart, having reached 33,450 units and 32,385 units respectively. The first week sales of the Girls und Panzer, This Is the Real Ezio Battle OVA Blu-ray placed 3rd in the weekly Oricon chart, having reached 35,909 units. Plastic model tank figures based on those within the anime have topped sales charts in Japan. In celebration of the popularity of the anime series and to promote local tourism, on March 24, 2013 the town of Oearai in Ibaraki Prefecture held an event themed along the Girls und Panzer anime, as part of its yearly spring festival. The event featured live tank demonstrations and the sale of anime-themed merchandise. An opinion piece published on January 22, 2013 in the China National Defense newspaper, a subsidiary of the state-owned PLA Daily, criticized the anime for promoting militarist sentiments behind the guise of cute characters. Overall, the opinion piece was ridiculed by the majority of Chinese netizens online, many of whom criticized the paranoid attitude of the writer, and were skeptical of the intentions of the opinion piece. Famitsu gave the video game adaptation Girls und Panzer, Senshada, Kiwamamesu a review score of 23/40. PlayStation Lifestyle gave the game 8/10, highly praising the tank battles for their simplicity and a story for its charm. The game sold 31,526 physical retail copies within the first week of release in Japan. Footnotes. References. External links, official website, official English website, Girls and Panzer at Anime News Network's Encyclopedia.